In this video, we are going to talk about the economy in the US and China, and we are going to show their principal differences. The United States has been the world's largest economy for about 140 years. However, in recent times, China has overtaken the US by at least one measure of total economic strength. Either way you slice it, the economy are the two strongest globally in absolute terms. That's where the similarities end. In total size, each economy is totally different. While the economy of the United States is highly diversified and is based on services, finance, and consumption from the middle class, China is a resource-intensive growth engine making the transition from a manufacturing center to a consumer-driven economy.
To appreciate the differences between these two powers, we are going to compare some of the most important aspects. The two nations were balanced when it comes to export. However, the US has a trade deficit. It imports more than it exports, while China imports significantly less than it exports, resulting in a trade surplus. China's exporting courage has fueled massive trade surpluses and tensions with the US. China is currently the largest goods exporter, followed by Germany and the United States, who occupies the third place. The data is different if we look in terms of the amount of exported services. In this case, the US is in the first place, followed by UK and Germany. Furthermore, if we count together the amount of exported goods and services, China has recently overcome the United States. Thus, China has become the world's main exporter of goods and services.
With regards to productivity, it's reflected by employment. Chinese policy is driven first by the need to create jobs. When unemployment is measured by those who want jobs and do not have them, China's unemployment is double that of the US, even in a very weak American year. China's policy wants to increase wages to drive consumption, but higher wages make China's factories more expensive to run. To catch up to a US standard of living, China needs to focus on becoming more efficient. The US and Chinese economies are increasingly intertwined, making their relationship key to global prospects.
China's economy has obviously been catching up with America's and is likely to grab the lead in important economic and trade measures soon, even while continuing to lag well behind in others. America has never faced this kind of economic test. For more than 60 years, the United States was simply unchallenged. For 160 years before that, the United States was rising up the global economic ladder. Nowadays, the USA and China have an economic conflict, and as their economic power gets imbalanced, the tension between them about trade issues will grow. But China trusts that commercial disputes could be solved by dialogue.